In this video, we will cover the top 10 hacks we use in our stock photography to speed up our workflow and stay efficient. My wife and I have been refining our processes since 2015 when we got into stock photography. So here they are. Hack number 1 is to give number names to your stock photos. I cannot stress enough how important this is. This makes it very easy to track your files as they go through your pipeline. Numbering becomes even more important when you start resubmitting your stock photos. We give numbers to our stock photos in Adobe Bridge, which is available for free. We included a link to the program if you'd like to download it. To give numbers to our stock photos, we go to Tools Batch Rename menu. There, we choose sequence number first. We use 5 digits as it allows us to track at least 99,999 stock photos. Next, we add another field, which is text and hyphen. If we have many images from the same location, we add an identical text field for them. After clicking Rename, you will have your photos numbered and renamed. Later, we go through and add some descriptive text if needed. Tip number 2 is to use a tracking spreadsheet to keep track of your numbered stock photos. This spreadsheet may look like this. I included a link to the template in Google Sheets that you can download for your own use. The most important columns are file names for JPEGs, description, title, and keywords. We made a tutorial about the importance of having the most relevant keywords. Correct titles and keywords are the key success factors in stock photography. Check out the tutorial above and in the description. We also have columns for the stock photography websites we submit our photos to. Here you can track if a particular image got accepted or rejected. Having this tracking system makes it easy to tell which images we need to resubmit. Hack number 3 is to use Photoshop actions while editing photos. Actions represent steps that Photoshop executes if you press a certain keyboard shortcut. For instance, we often apply the denoise function in Camera Raw on our images. For this reason, we created this action that will duplicate a layer and create a layer mask. Then, the action opens Camera Raw, applies the denoise function and returns to Photoshop. Here's how we create our actions in Photoshop. First, we identify a particular process or operation that we perform often. For instance, one of them is applying the denoise function from Camera Raw I just mentioned. First, open up your action window. If you do not have the action window in the side panel shown, you can open it through Window Action. Then click on the plus button to create a new action. Here you can assign a keyboard shortcut button. If you press it, the action will get performed. Next, I will rename my action as Camera Raw Denoise. Next, perform the repetitive operations you'd like to automate. In my case, these are duplicating a layer, creating a mask, and applying denoise in Camera Raw. After you complete the necessary steps, click on the Stop Recording button. The next time you need this action, you'll only need to press the keyboard shortcut. The fourth hack we use is the Geometry tool and its automatic perspective correction. This tool straightens lines that are crooked as a result of taking a wide-angle shot. For instance, this photo contains architectural lines that are not straight and parallel. If you click Automatic Correction button, the tool will do a fine job 90% of the time. If it doesn't, you can straighten the lines using guides like so. The fifth hack is to use Lab mode on the lightness channel to sharpen your images. Lab mode allows you to sharpen images and avoid creating artifacts and color noise. If you do not know what Lab mode is and how to use it, take a look at our tutorial. There, we explain the sharpening techniques we use, including the Lab mode sharpening. We linked it above and in the description. The sixth hack is to use a dedicated sharpening plugin in Adobe Photoshop. Native sharpening tools in Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop work fine for sharp images. But what if your image is not exactly sharp and you need to remove blur? We use Topaz Sharpen AI to sharpen images that are blurry or super blurry. Hack number 7 is to use a separate denoise plugin. Likewise, native denoising in Camera Raw, Lightroom or Photoshop produce subpar results. We rely on the Topaz Denoise AI plugin to perform this job for us. The program removes noise in a targeted way using a machine learning algorithm. Noise and out-of-focus images are the top 2 rejection reasons on stock photo sites. Shutterstock is especially notorious for this. After we discovered Topaz Denoise and Sharpen plugins, our approval rates noticeably improved. These 2 plugins became an integral part of our stock photography workflow. The plugins come with a 30-day free trial if you'd like to give them a go. We left links in the description. Hack number 8 is to automate supplying keywords to stock photography websites. It is very inefficient to copy and paste metadata for each image for many websites. Instead, you can automate this task. You can do so by either using the Upload CSV function or the free Exiftool program. We created tutorials for these 2 methods that we linked above and in the description. Hack number 9 is to re-edit and resubmit your stock photos on a regular basis. We do this often and our cumulative approval rates improve to 90 to 95%. The re-editing does not have to be heavy or involved. We note the reason for the rejection and do light re-editing. This is where that tracking spreadsheet I mentioned earlier comes handy. It allows you to track rejected images for each website with ease. Finally, tip number 10 is to stay consistent. Stock photography is a numbers game and it takes time to build a large enough portfolio to earn a living. But once you get to that point, the reward of passive income is invaluable. To stay consistent, we set certain goals. This could be submitting a certain number of images per month. Also, we try to choose images that we like and are excited to edit. All this helps us to stay motivated. This is it for this tutorial. I hope it helped you identify areas in your stock photography that you can improve. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We will have more tutorials on all things related to stock photography and how to succeed in it. Thank you for watching.